If you recall, in the last video, I took you through the seasonally adjusted forecasting method that the author shows in chapter 9. Um, the coefficient of determination, if we were to use just the 3-year total, was 98%. And that's not bad, but the problem is that with this calculation, we get only a 1 year forecast, meaning 58.17 is our forecast for all of the following year. In this problem, we have seasonal variations, and we want to be able to forecast what the sales may be for every quarter of next year. And so even though the 58.17 over here is the overall forecast for the following year, for year 4, we want to be able to make quarterly forecasts, which are seasonally adjusted. So I'll bring you back to this calculation, and at this point I want to know how accurate are those forecasts that we made for every quarter of next year. Just as a refresher, remember that we computed the annual trend forecast for next year by using this equation right here, which we computed in Excel. If I were to make forecasts for the following year using in this equation for year, using 1, 2, 3, and 4, you can see that I have replicated all that here, and these would be my total yearly forecasts for the next year, for each of the 4 years. So what I have done here is I have replicated the 45.27 for each of the quarters of year 1. I have replicated or copied the 49.57 for each of the quarters of year 2, and so on and so forth. These are the forecasts for year 3, and these are the forecasts for year 4. But we need to now adjust these for seasonality. So remember, these are the seasonal forecast. The seasonal factors. So I have replicated them. Seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I have just replicated them or cut and pasted them. So now I can adjust my forecasts, these trend forecasts that I have created for seasonality by doing a multiplication. So my seasonally adjusted forecasts, will be written in this column right here. And the first one will be a multiplication of the trend forecast times the seasonal index for that quarter. And if I cut and paste, copy that down this column, now you will see the seasonally adjusted forecasts for all of the, I should not have done this. Because these are for, I'm going to clear contents there, because these are my forecasts for next year, and I don't have actual values here. So even though I can make those forecasts, I cannot make my error calculations. Actually, I can make the forecasts. I'll go ahead and do them, but in my error analysis now, I'm going to exclude those. So my error is going to be my demand minus the forecast, seasonally adjusted forecast for that quarter. And if I copy that down all the way to quarter 12, because remember, for these these quarters of the next year, I do not have actual values, and so I cannot do error analysis. So now I can compute my MAD as an average of all of these errors. And you can see that approximately every time that we make a forecast using this method, we have our forecast is approximately 0.3 units off from the actual value. But, and this right here is mad, so I'm going to put that there. This right here is mad. Okay, and so let's go ahead and see how closely the goodness of the fit is between these demands, actual values in the time series, and these seasonally adjusted forecasts. So I'm going to just highlight and select, oops, wrong one. These two series, and I will do a scatter diagram, and I will add trend line so I can see what the coefficient of determination is. And you can see that the coefficient of determination is 99%. So this is pretty good. And this seasonally adjusted forecast does a really good job. This method does a really good job of adjusting for seasonality when we look at the last 12 quarters and how well this model would have done had we used it. So we can be pretty sure that these next 4 quarters are pretty good, fairly good accurates of what's going to happen in the future. I hope you have found this helpful. Thank you very much. This has been Dr. Jana Shafai, Dr. J, creating these videos for Bellevue University MBA 610. Thank you.